It's a summer movie preview review.
Come with me, and you'll be
Welcome to Night Blog.
in a world of beauty you will hear.
Greetings, fellow stargazers. So tonight on the Night Blog, we know the summer movie season has officially started, even though there's not really a summer movie season anymore.
No.
Because there's too many to fit. So
Yeah.
they've bumped it up to April, and then this year up to March with
Yeah.
Batman vs. Superman, which I'm yet to see. I'm probably going to have to wait till it's on DVD.
You'll just have to come over.
Blu-ray.
I have it pre-ordered.
All right, movie
Just
night.
come on over, because
Here.
it's going to be a half an hour longer, so you can get ready for 3 hours.
I almost want to watch the original cut first, and then watch the extended cut.
Nope, no deal.
No dice. All right. That's not how it'll work then.
We
So-
can watch them back to back.
That's a long night.
That's
What if
a
I
long
hate
night.
the movie?
Well, you got 5 hours of hating.
I got
5.5.
bring booze. Anyway, so we sat down, we watched a bunch of movie previews, and we're going to review these movies just based off the preview. We're going to tell you
Pre-review.
if you should watch it. The
Pre-review.
preview review.
The preview.
The preview.
The pre-review.
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 Review in progress, as IGN would call it.
Ah.
Which makes people mad. I don't know why.
Wow, RIP? That's not a good acronym for that.
I didn't even think about that until now.
Come on, IGN. Project
Call
I'm
me
Going
out.
In. Did you ever play that?
What?
IGN, Project I'm Going In.
No.
It was an old first-person shooter on PC. And, I mean, there was nothing special about it, but I remember really big, it said IGN on it. And when I first saw IGN's website, I genuinely thought it was Project I'm Going In. Oh, wait. IGN. It had a little I in front of it. So IGN, Project I'm Going In, starts with an I at the end. Doesn't work. But I see the logo in my head.
Yeah. Wasn't it, what Wii game, the Okami game,
Okami.
had the IGN logo in it? 'Cause
They just took the image off of it, yeah.
Which, like, you didn't have access to the original image?
They made it!
You made it, or at least you...
Did you play
ported
that?
it. No, I did not. Anyway, so movie preview review. We're going to start off with not going to do every single movie.
No.
We're going to talk about a few.
But we curated a good list.
We curated a good list. So
Lead us through, Captain.
So starting with May, the rest of May at least, we have Alice Through the Looking Glass coming out.
You know,
and we're gonna choose between three ratings. Yeah, meh, or nope.
they're pretty good ratings. Okay, so
Yeah.
now I saw the first Alice in
did not.
theaters. Okay, and it's Tim Burton, so it's very
Yeah,
very
you can tell it's Tim
whimsical, and you can tell by the music you got Danny Elfman, just hopping along on the strings behind him, and you have Johnny Depp, of course. What's her name?
Helen Bonham Carter.
Yeah, Bonham Carter.
It has the two actors. If they're in a movie together, it's a Johnny Depp movie.
Yeah, and then Hathaway was the good one, right?
I have no idea. I haven't
Okay.
seen the movie.
I think she was maybe not. I think she was, but anyway. So the first one we saw in theaters and didn't love it. Didn't love it. I mean,
Okay.
we enjoyed the time we spent in the theater with it, but we weren't like, oh, I gotta go get that on DVD.
Yeah.
But then we saw it again, like a couple years later, and really, really liked it. So I think it needed that time to just like settle, where it wasn't so much like we pay. Like when you go to a theater and you pay enough money,
Yeah.
you have this, regardless of how you actually feel, you have an expectation of
Certain
I need
amount
my
of entertainment.
I need my worth, my
Yes.
value, my entertainment. And I think it got there, but it didn't go past. So then just sitting at home and it pops on, you're like, this
I'm
is
down.
pretty good,
Okay.
So looking at this one, it looks like they really brought down like the CGI-ness of it.
Okay.
I think after James Franco and The Great and
The Oz
Powerful
movie.
Oz,
That was awful.
it was way too much. They tried too much.
It was just unnecessary. Wholly
Yeah.
unnecessary
Yeah.
movie. Wicked's
So-
better.
I think, well, yes. Aren't they making Are they making a movie out of that?
I think.
Okay, that'll be cool. Because as long as they minimalize, and I think that's what they're doing with this, and this story where they actually like start going to war and things sounds really cool to me. So
So you're a yeah?
I'm a yeah,
I'm a meh. Because
which is fair.
I just don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of like, I think looks like it might be too much, but maybe I just need to see Alice in
Right.
Wonderland first.
Now by can we say that's like like above a 75%?
Yes.
Okay, I would put it right at like a C plus.
Well,
In my mind, I think it's going to be about a C plus.
Well, I wouldn't say like 75%. I wouldn't give C plus because that almost in our minds like is a low grade.
We'll go B minus.
I'd say what 75%. There's a good chance you'll enjoy it.
Okay.
50% is a 50-50 chance you'll enjoy it.
Which is meh for sure.
Meh, and then 25%. Or nope is actually
a stinker.
Is a stinker. Like
Okay.
there's a 20% chance,
Yeah.
if not much lower, 10% chance that you'll get some enjoyment. So
Okay.
anyway, this is a meh.
I'd give it a yeah then.
This is for me. This is a meh because I
Okay.
don't know.
Yeah, that's
Right.
fair.
X-Men Apocalypse. I really liked First Class.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked Wolverine.
I did too. I love Wolverine.
I was surprised how much I liked it. I really liked Days of Future Past.
Okay.
I'm not sold on this one. I watch a trailer, go, meh.
Yeah.
That's my initial.
So genuinely,
response.
the first reaction was genuinely meh.
It was generally meh. I'm like, I
It didn't pump you up.
I think I'm done.
Because when I think you and I can both agree when we saw the first Civil War trailer, you got chills.
Oh yeah.
When they had that fight with Bucky and him and Iron Man, and they're just tossing the shield, I was like, literally, you know.
For Civil War, I remember sitting in the theater for Star Wars, and actually first Batman vs Superman trailer came up.
Okay.
And I leaned over to my friend Dave and I said, I just don't know about this movie. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm not passing a judgment. I said, I don't know about that movie. And then immediately Civil War, which is another superhero versus superhero. And I leaned over to David again and said, this one I'm on board because they've actually had, 16 movies to build up these characters?
Right, yeah.
And they didn't rush to that fight scene, so there's actually emotional weight to it.
Yeah.
So when I saw that trailer, I was like, yeah. And the movie, I was like, yeah. But anyway, X-Men Apocalypse. So,
X-Men, I'm very much meh.
because I think we're just kind of done.
I'm done with the X-Men, and I did not like Days of Future Past.
Really?
I'm so sick of the exact same trope of Wolverine will try to fight Magneto to no avail because he's made of metal. Magneto will lift something giant and metal at the end of the movie. And then in this one, instead, they were like, you know what? All of this fighting was completely negligent, and they're just going to wipe it. So they're like, you know what? In the end, none of this happened anyways.
Yeah.
You know? And to me, like, it felt like a waste of a movie. Like, this could have been like a web short leading into Apocalypse.
The movie was a way to completely reset everything from X-Men 3.
Yeah. Because X-Men 2 is the best the series will ever get.
Oh, I agree.
By far.
Well,
the
actually, First
opening
Class was great.
scene...
First Class was fun.
It was good.
I
But
really
the
enjoyed
opening
it.
scene of X-Men 2 with Nightcrawler in the White House.
Ah.
There will be no match. And then Wolverine's killing spree in the mansion. Those two in X-Men 2 are the greatest moments in X-Men history. In my opinion.
I agree.
And I can't get excited about X-Men Apocalypse.
So I'm a meh. Are you
I think I might go a no.
You're a no?
I'm a no.
You're a no. Man, no. All right, so June. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of Shadows. Nope.
Nope.
The first one was
only-
stupid.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it a little bit.
You did?
Well, I didn't watch it in a theater.
Well, that's
For
nice.
some reason, I didn't just rent it. I bought it because I think it was on sale.
Sometimes you don't have a choice.
And I would pop that in on a night where I just wanted something stupid because it's Michael Bay. I own all the Transformers movies because I actually enjoy them.
Okay.
But I acknowledge everything about them is terrible.
Sure.
But if you just want to turn off your brain and clap at fireworks for an hour and a half or 2 hours, Transformers is your movie.
Yeah. I mean, I could not get into just the corny personas they gave to these guys, and
To be fair,
the CG never hit me right when I'm coming from Henson Turtles.
to be fair, I've gone back and watched those movies, the original. They do not hold up for me.
First one, in my opinion, still does.
Kind of. That's the best one.
Yeah.
The other, I mean, obviously the 3 wasn't even good. 3 wasn't even good to begin with.
3 doesn't. It's I don't know what is it with when they get to the third movie. They're like, blah, who cares?
Do something.
Yeah.
And then you just have like Casey Jones and Splinter doing something in the present. It was
It's
weird.
terrible. But
this I'm a nope.
I'm gonna say no. I'm no.
Okay.
Definitely no. I mean, Casey Jones is Arrow. Stephen Amell.
Okay, I don't watch Arrow.
Oh, okay. I love Arrow and I love Stephen Amell, so like that's the one up for me. But then I'm like, oh yeah, Megan Fox is April O'Neil, so back to no.
I don't think she did too bad as April O'Neil. I just never would have casted her though.
Yeah, I put her on the same level as Kristen Stewart in acting ability. That was a good Kristen Stewart. Wait, did you see?
I love you, Edward.
What was the movie that she did with Jesse Eisenberg?
Adventureland.
No, Ultra, American Ultra.
Oh, that one.
Great movie.
Was it?
Yeah. So good.
I'll throw it.
Okay.
Anyway, speaking of Jesse Eisenberg, Now You See Me Too.
Oh, I liked the first one.
I hated the first
Aw,
one.
it was lighthearted.
Oh, I hated it. I
'Cause-
don't know why. Just like everything about it. I just think like the twist at the end is like.
Well, if you okay, so you and I talked about this recently. The level of magic movie with a twist, because of
my theory of
because of Christian Bale's movie. What is that called?
The Prestige.
Prestige.
Like that.
There is nothing like the Prestige.
No.
And this, like, to me, at the end, when you're expecting the Prestige from a magic movie, it was a huge bomb.
I wasn't expecting The Prestige. No. Not at all, because I know like The Prestige is its thing. The Illusionist had the terrible timing of coming out with The Prestige.
It's like Equilibrium and Matrix.
Yeah,
like...
yeah. Now You See Me, I was just kind of like, no. So Now You See Me 2 doesn't interest me whatsoever. To me, I even watched a trailer, just curious, like, maybe, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
Nope.
The only reason I put it as a meh is because sometimes I want the mindless, like, action Italian jobby kind of, like, you sit down and watch a group do something cool for an hour and a half and then just get the F out. Like, I'm okay. Like, I'm meh, though. Meh. I say meh.
All right. Meh. We have the Warcraft movie coming out in June.
I'm all on board with the Warcraft movie.
I'm not.
No?
Maybe it's because I think they're using the completely wrong music for the trailers.
I don't disagree with that.
It's just like rock heavy metal music. I'm thinking you need James Howard Newton.
Yeah. Or literally they could have just used the World of Warcraft soundtrack.
Or I've never played World of Warcraft, so I wouldn't know. But
I only played for a decade.
There are rehab clinics for you.
They wouldn't take me. They said, "How long? You're a lost cause."
Didn't you have a friend log a year? Like an actual, like, this is playtime.
Oh, yeah.
1 year?
Yeah. Oh, and he had multiple accounts. That was just his main.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he would literally, like, from school, go home and play until after normal bedtime. Go to school and rinse and repeat. So Warcraft, to me, like, Blizzard's cinematics have always been on another level. I mean, have you seen the Overwatch stuff that's been pouring out? Just the cinematics? I mean... They've always done a killer job with these. And looking at the Warcraft trailer, all that they have in these like real-time strategy games is here's your characters, there's a minimal plot, and you play a strategy game. I mean, it's not about the plot. So they have this amazing world with World of Warcraft in this that they can just go and create. And I feel like there's the ability to make a new fantasy saga if they do it right and the CG doesn't break immersion. Because if I lose immersion somewhere in here because the CG looks really bad... then you lose me. Because in like the third Hobbit movie, when Billy O'Connelly,
the dwarf that comes in,
completely CGI in the face.
Everything was CGI. His whole character on the little hog was all CGI.
Originally he was actually there, and they had to redo lines, and he wasn't available to come in to shoot. So they just CGI'd his face, and it lost me. Because I thought that movie, I enjoyed it a lot, but up to that right there, I was like, I'm out. So I
think I was out when they actually had a third movie. Because I'm like, you don't need 3 movies for this.
They did not. And poor Peter Jackson. I watched that little documentary. Poor guy. Oh. So Warcraft, I'm no. Okay.
I kind of hope it does well because I really want to see a video game movie succeed. I want to see that, like, somebody finally get it. I don't think it'll be that one. I actually think Assassin's Creed will be the one that gets it.
Someone put the trailer, speaking of bad music.
Oh, gosh.
Kanye. Oh. Light it on fire and throw it out the window. So someone redid it with the actual Assassin's Creed soundtrack, and I was like, all it took was for me to watch it with that, and I was a yeah. So I know we're not talking about it, but I was like, yep.
All it took was Michael Fassbender for me.
Really?
I love Michael Fassbender.
He's a great actor. Yeah.
Anyway, so moving on, Finding Dory. I don't think we need to go on.
Just
further. That's a yeah. It's Pixar. It's always yeah.
And my son is obsessed with Finding Nemo. Literally, like 3 times a day. If like he's not always watching it, but it has to be on. So like right now, I am primed and ready for Finding Dory. I'm ready.
You're ready to then like pirate it, so you can just have something else to run for your son during the day.
I might actually call the studio and be like, please give me something.
You should do. We could do a quick vlog like this is my day every day, 3 times a day. Help me. Give me another door. Can I have a copy? I won't distribute it.
If you can send this to Pixar, this is my plea. Pixar, 3 times a day I watch Finding Nemo. You rendering it, you didn't even have to watch. You would watch it in chunks, 10-second chunks maybe. I have an hour and a half, 3 times a day of just, and he started quoting it. But now when they do the head noggin bump between the turtles, he'll run up and just be like, and he's gotten me good a couple times. So Pixar, send me Finding Dory.
help a brother out.
Yeah. So yeah, for Finding Dory.
Swiss Army Man.
This looks so weird.
It looks so weird. This is a movie I want. Like, just weird stuff like this coming out in the summer.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I miss weird stuff like this. It's mainstream.
Yeah.
I miss weird movies. I just miss movies that aren't franchises or superhero movies. Like the 90s and 80s. Wonderful time for film.
Well, obviously, we're remaking everything.
Yes. Everything from the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
So Swiss Army Man, like, that's interesting. It's different. Yeah. It's a for me.
The reason I'm totally into it is because of the originality. And because I like Daniel Radcliffe.
And he plays a corpse.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you know what? You know what really sold me though was the fart. So then I gave it a yeah. I'm in. I'll see it for sure.
Yes.
I'm totally on board.
Okay, now I don't know how I feel about this one. Independence Day resurgence. I like the fact that it's not just today's world. They look back at it and when I first heard they were doing it, I thought they better not just like have it be 2016 right now, because we would have done something with all that alien technology that crash landed.
Yes.
That
was like the whole point of the fact that we like went into like take these things from them. Like the whole Area 51 thing was that we were trying to harness this, in the original Independence Day. But for me, like, I'm already missing Will Smith.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Hemsworth and Goldblum can hold it down.
I think Goldblum can. I like Goldblum.
Oh, I love Goldblum, but him and Will Smith.
He's a nut. But
like, if you took comedy and you stretched it as far as you could without it breaking, on this side you'd have Will Smith, and on this side you'd have Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
And that was perfect. I don't know if Hemsworth is even funny. I don't know.
It might be. I don't know.
But we don't know. And honestly, like, I didn't love how they just... And if Will Smith's character actually did die by just crashing during a test, like, I'm going to be pretty mad. Like, he couldn't go out during some blaze of glory.
Nope.
But I'm totally in, because I love that they have harnessed all of this, and now they have their alien technology.
Yeah. And
they're coming back again on another Independence Day with just kind of like this big, like... We're coming back,
Yeah.
But I love that there's going to be an actual battle this time, rather than we had to...
What are we going to do?
I'm back,
Oh, Randy Quaid. He's in... I think... he's out of jail now.
Is he?
Yeah.
We need to get him back in there.
I just think we need to leave him in exile. Anyway, I'm a meh on it.
Are you? I'm only a yeah because I love the first one so much.
Yeah.
And
the first one's good. I liked it when I was 10.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think that's about when I liked it too.
Yeah.
I should be more skeptical.
But no, so I had it like, it was a fun movie. Because it was like one of my first PG-13 movies.
Right.
So, all right, let's just do a couple more here.
Okay.
Ghostbusters.
No.
The
first trailer lost me.
The first trailer, I was a meh. The second trailer lost me. The one that just came out.
Yeah, the one with more action.
No, it wasn't that lost me. What lost me was the part when Leslie Jones does the crowd surfing and she falls, and you just realize, like, oh, the whole character shtick is the loud, obnoxious black woman.
Right.
And I hate saying that, but I'm like, you gotta be more dimensional than that. Yeah. Like, I don't want that just to be your shtick.
Well, because originally the character was like a straight up scientist, like a smart dude, right?
Well, no, I think they're not doing a 1-to-1 character. I think her character though would be what was the actor's name that played Winston? I forget his name, but Winston, they're just looking for the fourth dude. And he came on and off the street like, I need a job.
Yeah.
And they're like, suit up, we're going out right now. So
right.
Here's your training. He wasn't a scientist. He was there for the paycheck.
Yeah.
And he just, he was like, I'm too old for this stuff. Except he's not. He just needed the paycheck.
Right.
And so
for me, it was the comedy. Just none of the punchlines they put in the trailer landed for me.
And to me, Ghostbusters wasn't a comedy first.
No, but it was funny.
It was a comedy
because
second.
of who they were.
Like, it was, I don't know. I'm not sold. It's a no. It's not even a meh. At first it was
I'm a no.
I'm a no. I'm not even sure I'll go see it in theaters now. I'm going to wait to rent it because I'm curious. I want to be,
I'm actually more interested in reviews than the movie itself.
The Angry Video Game Nerd, or the Cinemassacre, James Rolfe, he said he's not even going to see it. And he's a huge Ghostbusters fan. Like, I'm not even, no. This is a travesty.
I plan on seeing it.
Not in the theater.
Like on TV, like on USA.
with like 1,000 commercials.
Yeah, it'll take hours. Yeah, okay, so what's next?
All right, let's do Star Trek Beyond.
Now, if we're talking about bad music in trailers.
There you go.
And I understand that, like, he was listening to the song that they played in his car on the first one that he was driving.
Because J.J. Abrams loves the Beastie Boys.
Yes, but knowing that the director of Fast 7 is directing it, and that music was playing and all they showed was explosions and things, I was like...
That's not Star Trek.
Yeah, and I'm not a Trekkie by any means.
No.
But Star Trek Into Darkness might have been my favorite, next to Empire, sequel to a sci-fi movie that I can remember. I loved Into Darkness.
I would have liked Into Darkness, spoilers if you haven't seen it, if they didn't redo Khan's story, but just swap Kirk's and...
See, I didn't even know who Khan was.
See, because I knew who Khan was, and I actually sat down and watched The Wrath of Khan. Sorry, Star Trek fans, I wasn't completely enthralled with it, mainly because it was so hyped up to me, but by the time I saw it, I'm like, oh, it's okay. If it wasn't hyped up, I probably would have had a better review for it, but because of the hype, like, that's the best one. I'm like,
Actually,
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But the end of Into Darkness was just, well, instead of having Spock be the one to go in and sacrifice his life in there, it's going to be Kirk, and Spock be the one that yells, Khan! At first I thought they were going to make Khan a good guy, and they actually fight together. And I was hoping, because they reset the whole franchise, the whole universe with Star Trek. They rebooted it. They were could do whatever they want to do, and then they did Khan, and they just redid Khan. They just swapped 2 roles. I'm thinking, you could have done anything. You could have made Khan a good guy, and that would have been the twist. Not that he's Khan, but that Khan's now a good guy.
Yeah.
And it would have blown everybody like, why? He's a good guy. He's going to work for Starfleet. How awesome would that
So
have been?
is that the normal consensus that Trekkies didn't like the second one?
Yeah, people were a little... Because he's going to say, it's not Khan, it's not Khan. It's Khan!
Well, I know, JJ pulled the rug, but...
Yeah.
Like,
Anyway.
I have a group of friends of mine that were not Trekkies, and, like, we loved it. We thought the whole Khan story and everything was awesome, but that's because it was our first exposure to that, you know? And so I don't know if he made it for us, if he was kind of like, Trekkies aren't going to like this, because it's the same thing.
Yeah.
But I was 100% enthralled in that movie from top to bottom.
Oh, it was fun.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
I'm
from a
mad
storytelling
on the new one.
standpoint, I was kind of like, why didn't you could have done anything. Why'd you do that?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I'm a meh.
I'm a
too.
meh. But I do trust Simon Pegg with the writing. Absolutely.
Yes.
So I'm not, like, skeptical on its quality on that end, but I'm a meh on the fact that it might just be too Fast 7 and not enough J.J. Abrams.
Well, that's not even enough Star Trek as well.
Yeah.
All right, one more.
Okay.
End with this. Suicide Squad.
You know, here's my problem with Suicide Squad is I'm too excited for it to come out that I know if I go in with any expectation I will be let down.
Mm-hmm.
I have to go in completely blank slated, otherwise I will be and what's bad too is I'm more excited about the small snippet of the movie that will be Joker and Batman, just to understand like what's going on with them. Then I'm excited about Margot Robbie. I think she's gonna do great. Will Smith is literally going to play Will Smith with a Deadshot costume.
Yep.
And the guy from The Killing, he was in House of Cards, the latest House of Cards season.
I've only watched the first
I don't know if he's Captain Boomerang or who he is, but he's a great actor. Like, I think the cast is there. I think Killer Croc looks awful. I mean, come on.
I don't know how else you can do that and fit in that art style that they have.
You'd have to hire the Henson Company and make something ridiculous. And almost go, like, straight Muppet with it. But I don't know. Like, looking at it, it looks cheap to me at face value. And I know it wasn't cheap to make, and that's what scares me. So right now I'm at a skeptical borderlining a meh.
I'm a meh, borderlining a nope. I'm just not like, I just feel like DC is just trying to put all their characters into one movie so they can catch up on 8 years of Marvel movies to get to their shared universe that they want to have.
But
like
it worked in
Marvel.
Batman vs Superman.
I don't know. I can't say that. I haven't seen Batman vs Superman.
They took enough time to give you characters without being like, here's 2.5 hours of an origin story you already know.
Yeah.
And instead we're like, here's an introduction to this character, our version. Here's an introduction to this one, and they have all of them in place. They're like, now watch him go.
Yeah.
You know, and then they just set him into motion. Suicide Squad, it looks like they're going to take enough time to do that as well.
Yeah.
But if they don't, and they spend too much time like setting up characters throughout the whole movie, and there's only this much of actual like content with them all working together,
Like Fantastic Four?
yeah, yes, then it's going to be a major letdown.
Yeah.
But so we're both borderlining.
Yeah, I
you're
think
you're
we're
a step below.
We're both in the meh category.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean,
anyway,
if you trust us, that's what we think.
Which you should or shouldn't.
Meh.
Meh.
That's story time. That's. You want to tell them a story? Meh.
So here's the thing. You may notice we're still in a different location right now. I forgot cards. I made the cards. They're at my house.
Well.
So here's a story. I'm gonna tell a story. I'm gonna tell you a story. True story. I told you this earlier.
Okay.
It's about Alice in Wonderland.
Okay.
Yeah. So
That's a good story.
it is a good story. I enjoy it. So I saw Shutter Island in theaters with my roommate, and we walk into as we're buying our tickets. There's a group of teenagers in front of us that bought tickets to Alice in Wonderland in 3D.
I'm already mad for you.
And then snuck in to our theater to see Shutter Island. So they paid for a PG movie and snuck into our movie.
Okay.
And they're just like being a nuisance throughout all the trailers.
So at first you're not mad at him.
I'm not mad at them. Like,
Yeah.
whatever. I don't care.
Right. Okay.
You spent $15 on a 3D movie to sneak into a $10 regular screening movie.
Okay.
That's you're gonna be terrible at business. Kids. Terrible. Anyway, so they go in and when the movie starts, the first shot when Leonardo DiCaprio splashes water on his face,
Yeah,
very first shot, they start a fight. I turn around and hear a commotion. And
Wait, like physical?
Physical fight. One guy's leaning over the chairs, he's throwing punches, and someone else is coming in and they're throwing punches, and the girl's like, oh my god. And I was like, really?
I've never seen a girl look or sound
Really?
like that.
There's a reason why I didn't get married or find a girlfriend. I was like 26, okay? So
This is what I think girls look
this
like.
is what I think girls do. And so at least teenage girls, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
There's a reason I didn't date in high school. So I had to run out. I had to get security. And this guy, like, I always thought he was kind of a, like, not a jerk, but just kind of like, oh man, I don't have to deal with this guy.
Yeah.
I tell him, like, there's a fight in Theater 17. This dude is now my favorite dude in the world. He booked it to the theater. He pushed a child down to get to the theater. And the teenagers got kicked out of a movie they paid $5 too much to sneak into. And then the rest of us in the movie theater got free movie tickets because they had to stop the movie because of the fight. And we got free movie tickets.
That's awesome.
It was great.
So in the end, their absolute belligerent loudness was your benefit.
Yep.
Did you get to start the movie over?
No. You can't rewind film.
There's no telling when we're stopping!
That is the greatest part of any children's movie.
Because it was a surprise.
It's creepy.
Yeah, it is terrifying.
We need more children's movies like that. I'm being serious.
I agree.
We need more. I want to make a scary children's movie someday. Not like over the top, but like just creepy. Something that as a kid, like,
yeah.
But like as a parent, like, yeah, you can watch that. You need to be scared, kid.
Well, I remember my dad, God bless him, let me watch It.